In this video, we'll be looking at converting units of area. So in your notes, I'd like you to copy this down. Converting units of area. Let's start off with the smallest typical unit we use, millimeters. Now, millimeters, right? And the next one, centimeters. So let's look at a square. Let's say that it is 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. So what would the area of this be? It would be simply 1 by 1, which is 1 centimeter squared. Now let's look at this square in terms of millimeters. So in green, I'm going to write 1 centimeter, which is equal to 10 millimeters. The other side is also 10 millimeters. So what's the area of this shape? It's 10 by 10, which is 100 millimeters squared. It therefore stands to reason that 1 centimeter squared is equal to 100 millimeters squared. A little counterintuitive. So how does this work? Well, what we do is we need to go 1 times by 10 to convert from 1 centimeter to 10 millimeters, but then we're doing this process twice. So it's like 10 times 10, or 10 squared. We could apply the same logic to a meter. Now we know that there's 100 centimeters to a meter, and we could apply that same logic. So let's write out all our units. We've got millimeters, centimeters, meters, and then let's go up to kilometers. Now this is going to be a chart to help us convert. So if I want to go, like we just did, from centimeters to millimeters, what did I have to do? I had to times by 10. But if it's a unit of area, I need to do it twice, so I square that. If I want to go from meters to centimeters, I need to times by 100, as there's 100 centimeters in a meter, and I'm going to do that twice for the length and the width, so I square. To convert from kilometers to meters, I need to times by 1,000, and I'm going to do that twice, so I square. Same thing the other way around, but the reverse of a multiply is a divide. So now we have our full flowchart. So say for instance, I may want to convert the following. I want to get 3 meters squared into centimeters squared. So how would I get it there? Well, let's have a look. We know that if I'm at meters and I want to get to centimeters, I follow the arrow and I must have to times by 100 squared. So that's what I'll do. I'll times by 100 squared. Now 100 squared is the same as saying I've got 2 zeros and double that. So it will become 30000. So therefore 3 meters squared is equal to 30,000 centimeters squared. Now let me just add to the chart. It's meant to all have a squared. Okay, so just add the squareds in. Now let's just do one more. Maybe we are in millimeters squared. Let's say it's 560 millimeters squared, and we want to get it into centimeters squared. How do we do that? Is we go 560, but in this case divide by 10 squared. As we can see here, we need to divide by 10 squared to go from millimeters squared to centimeters squared. Now if I'm dividing by 10 squared, I know it's the same as dividing by 100, so therefore this will be equal to 5.6 centimeters squared. And there's our answer. The next video we'll be looking at some worked examples.